What's going on, gamer? So I ran into a video here just randomly because I was just looking for React content here by YoNug Gaming, who I've never heard of him before, but I'll give him a react to help his channel out. That says the Xbox Ally is a nightmare, and that he just wanted to game because he's used to like gaming when he picks up a Nintendo handheld, even the Steam Deck. You know what I mean? He basically has all the handhelds, and he was like, okay, but they don't have the Xbox, Game Pass or whatever on there. So let me just try the cheaper Ally and go to the store and get it, obviously. And yeah, he has an interesting story about it. This went up 4 days ago, obviously. I didn't see it and I wanted to react to it. So let's see what he has to say. As I said before, it's not going to be something that's super long, but it gives you an idea that this is somebody that just got it months later. Have you made it better and easier for people to pick this up to feel like they're going to get an Xbox experience? Because in his mind, he says, I felt like I was going to be getting an Xbox handheld because that's the way it was advertised to me. It was an Xbox, right? And his title automatically lets you know the Xbox Ally is a nightmare. It is not what he thought it was going to be. So let's get into this and see what he has to say. And you guys let me know what you think. Here we go.
Here I am playing Call of Duty on the Xbox Ally with medium to high settings, and it's running well. But to understand this video, we have to start from the beginning.
Yeah.
So I recently picked up an Xbox Ally in addition to my PS Portal, Nintendo Switch, and Steam Deck. You see, I can play every other console on the go except Xbox.
So that makes sense. He, like you said, he has a PlayStation 1, a Nintendo 1, and then a Steam to have all those. And now he wants to add in the Xbox just to collect them all.
Grabbing this somewhat completes my collection, if you will. This is intended to be my Game Pass machine. The unboxing was pretty smooth and straightforward. The device feels great in hands, nearly one-to-one the feel of an actual controller. I was and still am excited. And then I turned the device on and things quickly changed. This device was very muddy in the marketing of what it actually is. It was advertised as a portable Xbox running a built from the ground up version of Windows using the all-new Xbox full screen experience. But in reality, this is just a Windows PC. Setting this thing up.
That's the problem when you're not pretty straightforward with people. You like try to manipulate people or set up this like snaky con game to make people think that this is an Xbox. And it's like, it's not an Xbox. It's a Windows PC. And when people get their hands on it, it's like, why don't you get people's mind prepared for what they're about to get? Why make the customer feel negative towards you by misleading them? That makes them not want to purchase your product after that. That's what I don't understand about Microsoft. It's like, why do you do that? Why don't you tell them and get them prepared for what they're about to get and let them know this is exactly what this is? But Microsoft doesn't do that, do they? And he came straight up again and said, this is a Windows PC, handheld. It's like, yeah, of course that's what it is. Exactly. It's an extension of what you can do on PC.
Was extremely tedious and borderline more frustrating than actually setting up my computer. I can only describe this as too many chefs in the kitchen. Immediately you have to go through 2 to 3 large updates, which is to be expected. You then set up Windows as you normally would. Again, not ideal, but to be expected. After that, you think you're finished and can begin gaming as normal, right? Wrong. I jumped into the Xbox full screen mode and started to download a game just for Armor Crate to come in with another round of 45 minutes worth of updates. These range from drivers.
So he did all those other updates. Because when you're trying to just get in and game, that's not what this is. And then when he gets past all those updates, he already said it was muddy. He goes to try to download a game. Then Armor Crate comes up and says, here, you got 45 minutes of updates. What are we doing here? You know what I mean? It's like, if you told people that get prepared for this, they would be like, oh man, so I'm going to have to go through all this. But when you give people the idea that they're thinking Xbox and they're thinking console, like turn it on, download something and get right to it. That's not what this is. And that's the problem with deceiving people. Microsoft, don't do that.
And BIOS and all the PC stuff. I would have looked past it if the Armor Crate updates didn't completely remove all of my Windows information. So I had to relog back into Windows and set that process up all over again. Long story long, I was up until about 1:30 in the morning getting this device ready to go.
So he logged in, got all his stuff ready, got all the updates, and then when after that he goes to download something, gets an Armory Crate, and he has to sign into all his stuff again. What the hell is that? That's not user friendly. That's ridiculous. Yeah, that would be annoying.
Surely we're ready to game now, right?
Yeah.
Right? So I go into the Xbox full screen experience and go to Game Pass. And for example, if I want to download Star Wars, it's an EA game, so I can't download it on Game Pass. I'm redirected to download and sign in to the EA app to play this.
What are we doing here, Microsoft? No. What? Bro, what type of process is that? What are we doing? No, that's way too many walls. I would have been annoyed. It's like, what? Nah, man. What are we doing here?
And the same goes for Ubisoft or Epic Games titles. And while yes, I understand this is the norm for PC gaming, I was coming into this expecting a more console-like experience because that is what was advertised. Xbox full screen experience in a newer, dumbed-down version of Windows. I figured we would be able to download almost anything from Game Pass like we do on the console. And I promise I'm not trying to pile on or nitpick. I do foresee this being an issue for parents buying this device for children or loved ones who simply aren't tech savvy. Like I said earlier, this is just tedious as someone who's used to using simple interfaces like the Steam Deck or the Nintendo Switch. After nearly 3 hours of setups and updates and tweaks, I was finally able to play a game.
So you guys got what he just said. He wanted a console-like experience. He felt like that's what was being advertised to him. And that's why he's saying the Xbox Ally is a nightmare. This is not clickbait. He's being honest about his experience. And this is not his fault, obviously. No, this is Microsoft's fault because of the way they try to advertise things. You had to go to like 3.5+ hours of updates.
It's about damn time.
I jumped into Spider-Man Miles Morales, and I have to give credit where it is due. Once you begin playing this thing, oh my God, it is smooth. It performs great. This is the console experience I was hoping for. It took long enough, I had to work for it, but man, once you're gaming, you forget about the annoying setup processes or having to tab in and out of multiple apps. You just game and it's really nice. Also, one of my biggest early on praises for this device is the fans. They're very, very quiet. I cranked Spider-Man up to high settings at 1080p just to see if they would blow loudly, but they did not. Gaming wise, this is it. Now, it's only been a few days, so I plan to continue experimenting and give myself time to get used to everything, but my first impressions, I'm torn on the device. When this thing is doing what it's intended to do, which is game, it's fantastic. I love it. But it's getting to that point that's a hassle. The menu interface overall feels annoying and overcomplicated. I don't hate it, but I don't think it is as user-friendly as it could be.
Yeah.
I hope that makes sense and gives you some direction on what you can expect when purchasing this handheld. Also, don't worry guys, I will be doing plenty of follow-up videos on this device because it's going to be an adjustment for me and I want to be as thorough as possible in my reviews.
Yeah, I give him a like. But, you know, I understand where he's coming from. Of course, it's going to work like it's supposed to when you start playing it because you're paying that much money for something like that. It should at least give you that. But you don't want to keep turning on something and feeling like that where you can like, I don't need this then at that point. Because if I have a PC, I can just do everything on Steam. But if you're trying to play on Game Pass, I can understand that. Though that PC Game Pass deal is not going to stay there, bro. So you got some people down in the comments saying, threw away Windows slop and install Steam OS. What a relief. I don't know why some people thought this was some type of Xbox. All it is a slightly upgraded Ally with control handles or controller handles. Yeah, I mean, that's very true. The setup, not even bad. Let us know if you dual boot it with Bazite. I personally like loud fans on my handheld to keep people away and to hear it running. What the hell? I guess there's some type of little perk he has for himself. Always research before buying. Yeah, I mean, but still, if you want to sell a product, you got to let people know how it is. The system is great. Buy and try it for yourself. Isn't that the cheaper version of the real handheld? So, yeah, I mean, he was pretty much honest about his results. I want you guys to let me know what you think about it down in the comments below. As usual, there's nothing wrong with him saying that it was a nightmare to him because I'm pretty sure a lot of people feel the same way about Windows 11 lately. Later, y'all. Peace out. Keep gaming no matter what platform you're on. If you're an Xbox gamer, you know I'm not here to downplay that. No, we're basically, you know, calling out the BS. So just to let everybody know that I know sometimes You guys want to see some positive Xbox content? Man, that's kind of been rough lately. The only thing positive we kind of had was that Direct. Other than that, I mean, they got to get their stuff together. Peace out.